In today's showdown, we're comparing two vibrant North American cities, Toronto and Chicago. Both are known for their impressive skylines, thriving cultural scenes, and economic power. But how do they really compare? From cost of living to work opportunities, from climate to culture, let's dive into the ultimate Toronto versus Chicago comparison. Let's kick things off with cost of living. When comparing the cost of living in Toronto and Chicago, both cities are relatively expensive, but with some key differences. In Toronto, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the downtown area is about 2,300 Canadian dollars, around 1,700 US dollars. Chicago's downtown rent is slightly higher at around 2,000 US dollars for a similar apartment. While groceries in Toronto can be a bit pricier, Chicago's dining options are also on the costly side. The difference in rent and the added benefit of Canada's universal healthcare make Toronto a more affordable option overall, despite higher grocery costs. Next, let's discuss healthcare. Healthcare is a major differentiator between the two cities. Toronto benefits from Canada's public healthcare system, which provides free healthcare to residents. In contrast, healthcare in Chicago is largely private, and while the quality is high, the costs can be significantly higher, especially without insurance. The universal healthcare system in Toronto offers significant savings, especially when compared to the expensive private system in Chicago. Now, let's talk about transportation. When it comes to getting around, both cities offer robust public transit systems. Toronto's public transportation is centered around the TTC, which includes subways, streetcars, and buses. It's reliable but can experience delays during rush hours. Chicago, on the other hand, has the iconic L train system, a network of elevated and subway trains that is extensive but can feel a bit dated. While both cities have transit systems that get the job done, Toronto's system is generally newer and more modern, but Chicago offers better frequency and access to more areas. The difference here is subtle, but both cities provide solid options for getting around. On to taxes. Toronto residents face both provincial and federal taxes, with combined income tax rates ranging up to 53.53% for high earners. Chicago's residents deal with city, state, and federal taxes, which can result in a combined tax rate of around 45%. Property taxes in Chicago tend to be higher compared to Toronto's. In general, Toronto has a slightly more favorable tax structure, especially for middle-income earners. Let's move on to work-life balance. Both cities have their fair share of hustle, but work-life balance tends to be a bit more relaxed in Toronto. While both cities are home to industries that demand long hours, such as finance and tech, Toronto tends to offer more vacation time by law, with at least 2 weeks of paid vacation. Chicago's work culture can lean toward longer hours, especially in competitive industries. If work-life balance is important to you, Toronto likely has the upper hand. Next, let's talk about housing. Housing affordability is a major topic in both cities. Toronto has seen a sharp rise in real estate prices, especially in the downtown core, with condos and apartments becoming increasingly expensive. On the other hand, Chicago has a larger supply of affordable housing, especially in neighborhoods further from downtown. While rent in Toronto can be slightly cheaper in the outer boroughs, housing overall tends to be more affordable in Chicago, especially for those looking to buy a home. Now, let's compare education. Both Toronto and Chicago are home to top-tier universities. Toronto boasts the University of Toronto, one of the best universities in Canada, along with Ryerson University and York University. Chicago counters with the University of Chicago and Northwestern University, both world-renowned institutions. Public schools in both cities offer solid education, though private schooling is typically more expensive in Chicago. Toronto also offers a broader range of international schools, which can be a big plus for expat families. Toronto slightly edges out here. Let's talk about quality of life. Quality of life in both Toronto and Chicago is high, but each city offers its own unique feel. Toronto is known for being clean, safe, and walkable, with a variety of parks and green spaces. Chicago, while offering many of the same, has a more gritty, urban vibe with a strong Midwestern sense of community. Toronto stands out for its diverse neighborhoods and the sense of inclusivity, while Chicago offers more cultural landmarks and a vibrant arts scene. If you prefer a quieter, more orderly city, Toronto might suit you better. But if you love an energetic city with rich history and cultural events, Chicago could be your ideal choice. On to work opportunities. Chicago is a hub for industries like finance, manufacturing, and healthcare, with a large number of Fortune 500 companies. Toronto, while also a major economic center, is particularly strong in finance, tech, and media. While Chicago has the advantage in sectors like manufacturing and finance, Toronto is quickly becoming one of the leading tech cities in North America, attracting top talent, especially in fields like AI and software development. Both cities offer strong job markets, but Toronto's tech boom may make it more attractive for those in the industry. Now, let's dive into culture and lifestyle. Toronto's cultural scene thrives on its diversity, with countless festivals, international cuisine, and cultural events year-round. From the Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF, to local art galleries, the city offers a rich cultural calendar. Chicago, known for its blues and jazz history, offers a vibrant art scene, world-class museums like the Art Institute of Chicago and the famous Chicago Theater. Both cities are cultural gems, but Chicago's deep history in music and theater gives it an edge in terms of iconic cultural offerings. Let's take a look at weather and climate. Weather-wise, both cities experience all 4 seasons, but the winters are quite different. Toronto's winters can be cold, with occasional snowstorms, but they tend to be milder compared to Chicago, where the infamous Windy City, winters bring bitterly cold winds and significant snowfalls. Summers are hot in both cities, but Chicago's lakefront location offers some relief. If you're someone who dreads extreme winter cold, Toronto might feel more manageable. Next, let's talk about safety and crime rates. Toronto is known for being a relatively safe city, with lower violent crime rates compared to many major U.S. cities, including Chicago. Chicago, while having a lower overall crime rate in comparison to other large American cities, still struggles with violent crime in some neighborhoods. Toronto, on the other hand, is often ranked as one of the safest cities in North America, making it a popular choice for families. Finally, let's talk about sustainability. Both cities are committed to sustainability, with Toronto taking significant steps toward a greener future. The city has ambitious goals for reducing its carbon emissions and increasing green energy use. Chicago has also made strides, investing in renewable energy and implementing green building codes. However, Toronto's strong focus on public transportation and bike lanes, as well as its efforts to promote electric vehicles, gives it the edge in terms of sustainability. So there you have it, 2 very dynamic cities. Toronto offers a more affordable cost of living, universal healthcare, and a multicultural vibe, while Chicago brings rich history, a powerful job market, and a deep connection to music and arts. Which city would you choose to live in or visit? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more global city comparisons. Until next time, stay awesome.